Sonic's Green Hills Adventure Season 5 Chapter 30 Epilogue. The sun had barely begun to crest over the mountains when the smell of coffee and the sound of Ozzy's paws clicking on the hardwood floor signaled the start of a new day. For the first time in weeks, there was no alarm, no portal rift, and no shadow god looming over the horizon. And Maria came for a visit, for Shadow had a surprise for her.
So what's the surprise, Shadow?
Maria asked curiously.
I wrote a song to celebrate your return. I called it Maria Reborn.
Shadow said sweetly and begins to sing it.
The clock still ticks, but time stood still when autumn stole your breath away. I wandered through the empty hills where echoes whispered your name. Now 7 winters came and passed like shadows dancing on the wall. But here you stand, reborn at last, a silver light after the fall. Oh, echoes of the lost reborn, a melody from shattered dawn. The family we forged through storm now sings the night you graced us warm. Your laughter hums in midnight breeze, no longer just a ghost of mine. The stars align, the sorrow frees, as cousin blood ties the vine. The piano weeps, but not in pain. The strings rise up to meet your soul. This Mobian heart beats again, a missing piece now made whole. Us warm. Through haunted years I carry chains, but death could never steal your light. The harmony remains, it claims. Our bonds outlive the longest night. Oh, echoes of the lost reborn, a melody from shattered dawn. The family we forged through storm now sings the night you graced us warm. Oh, echoes of the lost reborn, no more goodbyes, no more forlorn. The orchestra swells, the heavens torn, for you are home where you belong.
Wow, that was so beautiful, Shadow. Thank you.
Maria said as she hugged him. A few minutes later, downstairs in the kitchen, the family was gathered around the large island. Marina had stopped by early, her eyes bright with a new project she'd been working on with Rotor's help before they left Knothole. She placed a small shimmering crystal on the counter.
I knew we couldn't just say goodbye forever. So, I figured out how to use the leftover resonance from the portals. It's basically a multiversal video call.
She tapped the crystal, and 3 distinct holographic screens projected into the air above the breakfast bar. Screen 1, Modern Sonic.
Yo, is this thing on? Green Hills looks great through a hologram. You guys better have some chili dogs waiting for my next visit.
Screen 2, Boom Sonic.
Hey, look at that. The fancy house crew. Still haven't traded that house for a shack on the beach. Huh? Your loss.
Screen 3. The sons of Hephis stood together. Hephis' shadow nodded toward the screen.
The ley lines are calm. We see you have settled well, Annika. The light in your home is visible even from here.
Screen 4. Sat AM Sonic standing in Knothole Village. Sonic grins as he waved at the screens.
See? Told you guys we weren't done with them. Now you can watch us eat the best pancakes in the world in real time.
Shadow leans over Sonic's shoulder, his expression relaxed and open.
Don't listen to him. We're just glad the connection works. Stay safe out there.
Annika beamed at the holograms.
Hi everyone! You have to see my new room later. It's got a balcony and everything.
Once the calls were finished and the holograms faded into soft sparkles, Tom grabbed his keys and Maddie herded everyone toward the door.
All right, enough talking through crystals. Maria, you ready for your first official Green Hills breakfast? We're going to the Pancake Palooza.
Maria smoothed her blue dress, her blue eyes shining with excitement.
I've never had a pancake before. Is it like the nutrient bars on the Ark?
Oh, Maria, you have so much to learn. It's like a cloud made of sugar and topped with maple-flavored happiness.
Everyone into the car. Shadow, you're in the back with Silver and Annika. Sonic, try not to run there. We're traveling as a family today.
Annika's point of view.
As we piled into the car, I looked back at the house. The tall white pillars stood proud against the blue sky, and I could see my west-facing balcony catching the morning light. We were a chaotic mix of hedgehogs, humans, an ancient owl, and a girl with a dark soul turned to light. But as we pulled out of the driveway, it felt like the most normal thing in the world.
The Pancake Palooza was bustling with the usual Saturday morning crowd. The air was thick with the scent of sizzling bacon and hot maple syrup. The Wachowski family, all 8 of them, plus Longclaw, perched discreetly on a custom-built exterior bench just outside the window, took up the largest booth in the back. Annika's point of view.
Our waitress, a teenager named Brenda who looked like she'd already had a very long shift, stood by the table with her notepad out, staring at us with a mix of exhaustion and genuine confusion.
Okay, let me get this straight. You want 3 stacks of the Mega Mountain, a side of raw chili peppers, and, wait, did you just say you need a high-protein soul recovery plate?
I nodded seriously, sitting between Sonic and Silver. Yeah, I did a lot of heavy lifting yesterday. Not with my muscles, but with my aura. I held back a dark matter explosion from a demigod. It burns a lot of calories. Brenda blinked slowly.
Aura, right? Is that like a yoga thing?
Think bigger. Brenda, think blue lightning, glowing eyes, and a shield that can stop a freight train. Our little sis here is basically a walking power plant now.
Shadow leaned forward, his voice calm but intense.
She stabilized a dimensional rift. The girl needs her pancakes, and she needs them topped with every fruit you have. Her cellular regeneration depends on it.
Brenda scribbled frantically.
Right, power plant, cellular fruit. And what about you, honey?
She looked at Maria, who was sitting next to Rachel and Jojo. Maria looked down at her hands, then back at Brenda with a shy smile.
Oh, I don't think I have any aura. I'm just happy to be here. Everything in this world is so bright and colorful. I'm still figuring out how the walking part works without gravity boots.
She's my new sister. She's from space, but she doesn't have lasers yet. We're working on it.
Just the pancakes for now, Brenda, and maybe a very large coffee for me and Tom.
Make it 2. We've had a busy weekend in, out of town.
As Brenda walked away, shaking her head and muttering something about the weirdest family in Montana, I looked out the window. Longclaw caught my eye through the glass, giving me a slow, wise blink. She looked perfectly content watching the town from her perch. Silver uses a tiny bit of his cyan power to levitate a sugar packet just for practice.
You know, Annika, you don't have to explain the science to them. Most people just think we're wearing high-tech costumes.
I know, but it feels good to say it out loud. In the other world, I was a fail-safe. Here, I'm just the girl who saved the day and really wants a chocolate chip pancake.
Fair trade. Though once we get home, the real work begins. If you're going to be a protector, you need to learn how to move without the shield. Speed is just as important as defense.
Spoken like a guy who's already planning a training montage. But first syrup. Lots and lots of syrup.
I leaned back against the red vinyl at the booth, listening to the chatter of my family. Maria was laughing as Jojo showed her how to use a straw, and Shadow was smiling at a joke Silver made. The multiverse was a big, scary place, but sitting here in Green Hills, the only thing that mattered was the people at this table. After the syrup-heavy breakfast settled, we headed to a secluded clearing in the forest behind the house. The tall pines stood like ancient sentinels, providing the perfect cover for a family that wasn't exactly low profile. Sonic and Silver were already warming up by playing a high-speed game of tag, while Shadow stood in the center of the clearing, his arms crossed, watching me and Maria. And since we were training, I transformed into the dress.
Strength is more than just holding a line, Annika. It's about adaptation. And Maria, you were brought back by a mix of science and spiritual energy. You have a spark inside you that's waiting to be found.
Maria looked at her hands, her brow furrowed.
I want to help. I don't want to be the one who always needs protecting anymore.
Sonic skidded to a halt, kicking up a small cloud of dirt.
All right, team protector. First exercise, sync. Annika, I want you to project a small barrier. Maria, I want you to focus on the feeling of that blue light and see if you can match its frequency.
I closed my eyes, reaching for that familiar warmth in my chest. I didn't need the celestial shield anymore. The power was mine. A soft indigo blue dome flickered into existence around me, humming with a steady rhythm. Maria stepped toward the light, her blue eyes reflecting the glow. She reached out a hand, her fingers trembling slightly. As she touched the edge of my aura, something incredible happened. The air didn't just ripple, it sharpened.
Whoa! Do you guys see that?
Where Maria's fingers met my energy, a cluster of brilliant, translucent blue crystals began to grow. They weren't just ice or rock. They were geometric, glowing structures that looked like they were made of solidified starlight, exactly the same shade of blue as her dress. Maria gasped as a staff-like pillar of crystal rose from the ground to meet her hand.
It feels solid. It feels like home, but stronger.
Shadow stepped closer, a look of genuine pride on his face.
Crystal-based projection. It's a physical manifestation of her willpower. Maria, you aren't just a survivor anymore. You're a conduit.
I watched as the crystals merged with my shield, reinforcing it with jagged, beautiful spikes. Maria, that's amazing. You're literally making your own armor.
Crystals and auras? Yeah, we're definitely going to be the most stylish team in the multiverse. Bad guys don't stand a chance against a duo that looks this good.
We spent the rest of the afternoon practicing. Every time I raised a barrier, Maria would reinforce it with crystalline lattices, making my defense nearly impenetrable. We discovered that she could even launch shards of the blue crystal like projectiles, guided by Silver's telekinesis. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the clearing, we all stood together, 3 brothers, a godmother watching from the trees, and 2 girls who had found their power in a world that once tried to take it away. We're really doing this, aren't we? We are a team.
We've always been a team, Annika. Now we're just a more dangerous one.
Sonic grabbed us both in a side hug.
Last one back to the house has to help Dad wash the car.
With a roar of laughter and a flash of blue and gold, we raced back toward the big white house with the columns, leaving the echoes of our training and a few stray blue crystals behind in the quiet Montana woods.